Staying in one place for too long leads you to eat the same foods repeatedly. While it is ought to have comfort food, it is a good idea to try new things. Traveling the world allows you to try different foods that you might never have had the chance to eat otherwise. If you have some extra money, you can even try some of the most expensive foods in the world. If you don't want to miss new content related to luxury, subscribe to our channel. Food can be expensive for a variety of reasons. Some meals are expensive because high-class and respected chefs make them. Others get their hefty price tags because the materials are pricey to acquire. As a result, the restaurant must spend more to recoup its losses. Regardless of the price, trying expensive foods every once in a while can be exciting. Here are some of the most expensive foods on the planet. White truffle. Traditionally, people eat black truffles, which are pricey in their own right. However, white truffles are even more pricey. A fresh pound of white truffles can cost anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000. You can find white truffles in the Tuscany and Piedmont regions of Italy. Unfortunately, since they are so expensive, they are often not used by professional chefs. However, when they are used, they phenomenally help accent dishes. Chefs can grate fresh white truffles on omelets to give them a delicious flavor. Some cooks even enjoy using it as a salad dressing. Finally, white truffle butter is a higher-class version of traditional butter that provides a unique flavor. Wagyu beef. This beef is juicier and more tender than traditional beef. It is known for its delicious fat and intense flavor. Wagyu beef comes from Japan, with the word Wagyu means cow in Japanese. However, there are American Wagyu beef options that you can try. Traditionally, Wagyu beef comes from virgin female cows. Specifically, they come from Matsutake cows. These cows cost around $400,000. As a result, meals with Wagyu beef get very expensive. Matsutake mushrooms. Mushrooms are used in thousands of different meals in countries all around the world. They can be used in sweet and savory dishes to bring more flavor. However, there are dozens of different types of mushrooms. As a result, many different flavors can come from mushrooms. However, no mushroom is more expensive than the Matsutake mushroom. These mushrooms can sell for over $1,000 a pound. They are from Japan and have a sweet and spicy flavor that not everyone loves at first. However, once you acquire the taste, you will always want more. Although the flavor is not for everyone, these mushrooms are very expensive. The reason for their price is their rarity. The natural habitat of these mushrooms is overrun by the pinewood nematode worm. To avoid endangering the species, farmers only harvest these mushrooms once a year. The annual harvest brings in less than 1,000 tons of mushrooms. That might sound like a lot, but it goes away fast when it needs to be shipped all around the planet. If you are liking this video, give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. Oysters. 200 years ago, oysters were incredibly cheap, and as a result, they were popular in the lower classes of society. They even served as a cheap option in bars. Unfortunately, overfishing has reduced the oyster population significantly. Now, it is a luxury food. However, there are many types of oysters and the price varies from species to species. Coffin Bay King oysters are touted as some of the most expensive oysters in the world. They take nearly 7 years to grow to full size. A kilogram of Coffin Bay King oysters usually costs around $77. Saffron. The saffron plant is better known as the saffron crocus. It only blooms 1 week during the year, and as a result, the harvesting process is very labor-intensive. Farmers need to take advantage of that week to get as much saffron as possible. Fortunately, only a tiny amount of saffron is needed to bring a lot of flavor to a dish. However, that does not stop saffron from being very expensive. It can cost up to $5,000 per pound at wholesale prices. Retail prices are even more expensive, costing upwards of $10,000 per pound. Those prices make saffron the most expensive spice in the world. Part of the reason for that is that 75,000 saffron flowers are needed to make a single pound of the spice. Fugu. Fugu is a type of fish that is more commonly known as puffer fish. It can cost $470 and is dangerous to eat if not prepared properly. Fugu is poisonous, and as a result, you need to prepare it properly to eliminate any poison. Chefs need to be trained for 3 years to legally prepare fugu. When cooked well and without spices, fugu has a mild flavor and is chewy in consistency. Bluefin tuna. You might not think of fish as expensive food, but it can creep up there in price. That is especially the case with bluefin tuna. Bluefin tuna can cost over $5,000 a pound. There was once a 600-pound bluefin tuna that sold for $1.8 million in Tokyo. People love bluefin tuna for its meaty texture and delicate flavor. Unfortunately, it is now an endangered species. As a result, the supply is limited. Ubari melon. Ubari melons are among the most expensive fruits in the world. Once again, we have food from Japan. You may have noticed that many of the world's most expensive foods come from Japan, and that remains true with this melon. They come from the city of Ubari in Japan, and it is known for the flavor of these melons. These melons are popular because of their sweetness and sizable portions. Unfortunately, you cannot buy these melons at low prices at your local grocery store. Instead, you will need to find luxury stores that sell them for $50 to $100. I want to tell you that the rich are people like you and me, and the only difference is that they decided to on. If you want to learn how to earn money online to improve your life and that of your family, click on the link that I leave you in the description of the video and in the comments. That wraps up the video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe to stay notified about our uploads.